And I
hit
did it.
record.
Yeah,
Did you hit record?
I hit
I
it.
told you, Tony, hit record.
I hit it. If it was a clit, you'd know I was hitting it. All right, I hit it. All right, hey, we're on. I did hit record. I really did. We're recording because it says up there. It took us like 4 weeks to learn that was recording, and yeah. Anyway, we're really proud of ourselves as Zoom people. Speaking of which, this is another episode of This Is the Future. Unfortunately, I'm Tony G. That's Alex Rios. It's always a mess and it's always fun. So welcome back. How the hell are you, man? How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing pretty good. I just got back from the Oregon coast, from
Sweet.
Lincoln City.
You got a beer on you?
Yeah, man. Got a fucking beer. You got a Oh, you got a PBR. Look at you.
Is it a beer? Is it a beer or is it a white cat claw? A white cat claw.
A white cat?
A white cat claw.
I thought in honor of the virus, I would do a drink of Corona. So
yeah, man. Because of COVID, we have this show. This will end up being our 10th one, which is pretty cool. That's a solid number. So we'll celebrate with Alex drinking a Corona.
So yeah, here's to you, COVID-19. Here's to you.
Fuck you.
Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers, Corona. Awesome. I picked a warm one. Great. Good job, Alex.
How do you do that? How do you pick a warm one? Did you cover your eyes and then just go downstairs?
Oh, there's some cold ones in the fridge, but then someone put some warm ones in the front of the cold ones, and then it weren't anyone, so I just grabbed the first one and
Well, at least you have someone steadily stocking your fridge, apparently. What do you have, like stops 3 times a day where the beer man comes by?
Oh, we're alcoholics.
Awesome.
No, seriously, man. So in Portland, there's these things called it's called bottle drop. I don't know if you guys got something similar
To recycle?
It's like a can thing. You save
10 cents in Oregon now.
Yeah, 10 cents. And so we've been doing that for a couple of years, and we have a pretty good nest egg saved up with it. But we get there are these green bags, and we probably fill up at least one a day, like one garbage bag of cans or bottles a day.
Right.
And on a crazy night, on a good / bad night, it could be 2 bags. So,
2 bags but they're not crushed cans, obviously. You can't crush them.
No. You can't crush them. They have to have the barcode, so you get money for it.
Exactly. So for those of you who don't live in Oregon, it used to be 5 cents when I lived there, but you can actually recycle the can and get money back, which means a lot of people try to steal your cans. Now it's 10 cents. So I was just thinking, we were talking, when I know a lot of people in Oregon, I've lived out there. Everyone I know has a story about how they're saving cans and bottles. Now, in most states, if you save cans and bottles, you're a redneck or something similar. So a lot of my friends are rednecks who make 10 cents a bottle or can, which is perfect because we listened to a record called Redneck Shit this week. Alex recommended it. By who? Wheeler Walker?
Wheeler Walker Jr. A little bit about him before we dive into it. That is his stage name, Wheeler Walker Jr. He was not born as Wheeler Walker Jr. His name that he flew into this world with was Benjamin Isaac Hoffman. Benjamin Isaac Hoffman is a comedian, an actor, a singer, and a writer.
Sounds like the name of a. Sorry, go ahead. Sounds like the name of a nuclear physicist.
Kind of. He is a genius. I have all this written down, so that's why it sounds so
official.
That's why it sounds like I'm reading it, because I am. He's known for the show Hoops, Archer, New Girl, and a lot of other things. But then I also put down, because it's one of my favorite, Norm Macdonald's sports show. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's just Norm Macdonald talking about sports. Norm Macdonald being Norm. It's fucking he's a crazy person.
Norm's fucking hilarious.
But that's what Benjamin Isaac Hoffman is most known for as Benjamin Isaac Hoffman. He's most known for doing a little bit of acting, but he's mainly a writer as far as I know, and he's done some like sketch comedy as far as being a comedian goes.
Right.
And but he's an alter ego, much like Andy Kaufman did. How when Andy Kaufman was Tony Clifton, he was fucking Tony Clifton. Andy Kaufman did not exist to Tony Clifton, right? Like that was who he was when he was Tony Clifton. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
you can't tell him that you couldn't tell Tony Clifton that he is Andy Kaufman because he'd just be like, what the fuck, you know? So Wheeler Walker Jr. when Benjamin Isaac Hoffman puts on cowboy boots and a hat and those glasses, he's fucking Wheeler Walker Jr. and it's night and day. And so I've listened to the album a bunch for a couple of years now. What do you think of it?
So you told me about this dude before, and I've heard a few of the songs, and I mean, long story short, this is a hard fucking album to work out to. I found that out. I had to crunch time a little bit here. So I was like, let me get this record in and work out. So I listened to it. I had it on in the car on the way in. I had the windows down. And I could tell I'm getting older because instead of turning shit up when I see people with their windows down, I turn my shit down now.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
I turned it down when he was talking about nipples and eating beaver and farting. And it was just like, you know, some 5-year-old was, you know, learning about life. And I was like, let me just turn this shit down a little bit. But when I got to the gym, I'm halfway through the album and I do a set of pull-ups and then I just bend over and we're all wearing masks. And I'm just chuckling my ass off because I'm really trying to focus and get my workout in and listen to this album. And it's just constant, like, you know, I'd rather fuck your family than you. Like, I'd rather work my way up the food chain of your family and fuck your whole family. I'm like, God damn. So I'm standing there, like, bent over, and people are looking at me like I'm passing out because I got a mask on and shit, you know? So I would just do a set, and then I would laugh. And I would do a set, and then I would laugh. And at one point, I was just like, if I get through this shit, like, I wasn't having a productive workout. Like, it's not when you're like, ha, 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 ha. It's not good. It's supposed to be a fluid movement. So when you're chuckling and shit, it just doesn't work. Really hard to focus when you're high, wearing a mask, listen to a guy talk about fucking sisters and his sister. And it was just, I did it. I survived the Wheeler Walker workout challenge. There it is. It exists, I started it.
That should be a real challenge. And
I think we just started it. The Wheeler Walker Jr. workout challenge. Have a productive workout while listening to him. So this dude, where's he from? Do you have any idea? Is he from like Massachusetts?
Yeah, he's from Kentucky.
All right. Okay. All right. That fits.
So what it is he pursued a career in show business and into the comedian world or comedy world. Sorry, into the comedy world.
Right.
That was his direction, like being a writer, a comedian, an actor. But I think he always loved country music. He's friends, like legit friends with other country music singers, some of them that I do like. Sturgill Simpson.
I was hoping you'd say that. It seems like you would.
Oh, you know him? Or you know who that is?
Sturgill Simpson?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like him a lot. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like a whole lot of country, but there are like other like genres of music. Like I don't really like rap, but there is some rap I do like. I don't really like country, but there is country I do like. Right. So, but he's friends with Sturgill, and I think he just grew up listening to country, like being a fan of like honky tonk and outlaw country, like the old style, not the new shit. And so I think he got well known enough in the comedy world where he could do something like that and get away with it. Because if you listen, like what Tony was saying, like talking about fucking, singing about fucking his sister and stuff like that, that song that you're talking about, I think is called Family Tree.
Yeah, he's talking about climbing up the family tree. I want to get your mother and your father, and whoa.
So he's talking about dating a girl only so he could fuck her family.
Right.
That's what he's talking about. It's like he's like, yeah, he's just only there to like you would have to just listen to it. It's fucking crazy. But basically, it's a good album if you like country. Like it sounds good. Like it's a well written country album, but it's funnier than shit. It's supposed to be outlandish and offensive and funny. When that album debuted in 2016, it was like, I forget where, but it was in the top 100 country albums of that year. Nice. I think Eatin' Pussy and Kickin' Ass was number 88. I think I might be wrong on the song, but he did have a song that was number 88 on the top 100. So I mean, for a fucking comedian to write a character and write all his own songs just randomly and put out an album and not really liking country music, but that's still impressive to get on the top 100 charts on the top 100 chart and be like
a musician per se.
Yeah, like you're just like, I'm a comedian and now I'm up here with all these musicians that have been working their ass off for years, and I'm just like I don't really belong here, right? But I love it. Like I said, not a huge country fan at all, but I will blast that shit whenever I can. Like at my job, well, when I had a job, when I was working, I would be in the kitchen. I'd be blasting the song Eatin' Pussy and Kickin' Ass.
Yeah.
Did you listen to that one?
Is that back when you were working at the kinder care, doing the chef thing there?
Yeah.
Which song was it? Which song did you say? I know them all. Like
Eatin' Pussy and Kickin' Ass.
Let me check. Let me look at the
lyrics.
Yeah, I got you. I had to remember. Like I said, I heard all this shit at the gym, so I have to remember what I was doing when I heard it.
It's my favorite song on the album because it's a real you know that song Bad to the Bone? It kind of has that kind of vibe, that like shit kicker bar that you would walk into, you know, like when they're playing like old rock and roll kind of honky tonk music, and like, you know, it's like that kind of like
some Roadhouse
kind of style of song. Yeah, it has that style of song to it, and it's just fucking basically it's just about, he got laid off from his job. He got fired, so he went and fucked his boss's girlfriend and then kicked his ass.
Right.
You know, like going to the unemployment line, the girl says, "You want a job?" He said, "Sure." And then I ate her pussy. You know, like that's.
Hey, what's that one? That's the one, Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass.
Yep, that's
the one where he talks about eating. Hey, let's just go through the lineup because the names themselves are hilarious. Yeah. It's Redneck Shit, and then Beer, Weed, and Cooches is track 2. Family Tree, which we talked about, is this guy fucking his way up this chick's family tree. Can't Fuck You Off My Mind. I like that one, actually. That was good. Yeah, I mean, that's actually a real, like, I get that. Like, I've been, half this shit I related to, and I forgot he was being funny. I was like, that's just fucking life. Fuck You, Bitch. Everyone.
That is a very good breakup song.
It is. Man,
like no matter what gender you are or who you date, like insert bitch for asshole or whatever, like dickhead. Right. It's fucking like, it's perfect. Fuck you, bitch. I hope your dog never comes home.
Yes. Oh, it's fucking cold though. That made me sad. I was like, oh.
I know, me too, because my dog's like 2 feet away from me and I love her, but still, it's like, yeah. I've had that feeling like, fuck everything about you. I fuck you. I hope your cat dies. Hope your whole family's head falls off. You know, I've had that same feeling.
Right. I remember when I broke up with a tweaker and I was like, I hope you never find your front door. You know, I just.
I hope you never find your teeth. You know.
No, really, someone took her front door. It's pretty funny.
Really?
Some tweaker needed a table. What are you gonna do?
Hey, And then after fuck you, bitch, what is next?
Oh, that's what I was doing. I'm like, why is my phone open? It's a distraction. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm looking at it for this fucking. It was drop them out,
Yeah.
and then eating pussy and kicking ass, which I like.
Yeah.
That's the one you talk about. Fighting. That's the one that this kid in the minivan heard. Fighting, fucking, farting. That
Yeah.
one. And that's just funny. Yeah. That's literally what it. Beaten off. Wait, better off beaten off.
Yeah. Better off beating
A lot of people can understand what that means. Sit on my face. And then the closer is fantastic. Which one of you queers is going to suck my dick?
Yeah.
I hope my neighbors can hear this right now. That's
right. That's the thing about Wheeler Walker. He's also his persona. I don't know, and I mean whatever. I don't know if Benjamin Isaac Hoffman is gay, but Wheeler Walker is gay. That's the whole thing. He's on other albums, he has a song called just like "Sucking Dick." Like, oh, I sucked dick last night.
Yeah. I sucked another. Yeah. I heard that one.
Sucked another dick last night, and the whole thing is he got too drunk and he just sucked a bunch of dicks, and like he's singing it in the style of like he's still hungover. He's like, oh, can't believe I did all that last night, kind of thing, you know.
I hope that Benjamin is okay with what Wheeler's up to, you know, because that's a hell of a.
I know. Then see, that's what the fucking is so cool about Wheeler Walker Jr. Like, you don't expect that. You don't like. That's why I think a lot of like true country fans, rednecks, a lot of all those dickheads, like homophobic assholes,
right,
won't like Wheeler. Like he puts a twist on it and kind of fucks with them. They're like, oh god damn, I like this song. Oh wait, you sucking dick? Like, I love that about Wheeler Walker. He kind of pulls a twist on them. You know, he kind of fucks. He fucks with his own audience, and I love it.
Right, and half of those hillbillies ain't turning the music off. They're just rolling the window up when that song comes on, because half of them. I'll never admit it, but I did it too. That reminded me to call up my friend Steven. All right, let's some dicks. It's Wednesday.
Man, I know this isn't gonna make any real sense, but Wheeler Walker, like his music makes me want to get married. I know. You're making that weird Tony face, and what I mean by that is I want all of my friends and family members to see me and the person I marry dance to Wheeler Walker Jr. Because I feel like Wheeler Walker Jr. is the kind of music you get shit house to, eat a bunch of food, and just like party to. Like, to me, that's Wheeler Walker Jr. And I just like it makes me want to like slow dance and like with my like with Callie, with my wife in front of family members, and they're like, what the fuck is this music? Like, I don't know, that's just what's in my head.
That's cool, man. I mean,
like it makes me just like wanna, because at first when some of his songs start, you don't expect some of the shit that he's gonna say. You're like, oh, this is a nice country song. And all of a sudden he's talking about fucking the whole family tree. So to me, like turning it on in front of like where it's supposed to be a setting where everyone's supposed to like, oh, this is nice, they're getting married, all this beautiful stuff is happening, and you have like family members that you haven't seen in 10 years, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? It just, to me, in my head, I have that picture.
No, I think it's funny. That would be a good gag to set that up and everything. But I just don't think a lot of people listen to his records and be like, I want to get married.
I know.
Because there's nothing on that list that talks about love. It talks about not having love, about farting, fucking, screwing your uncle, all that, but not about being married, not successful relationships.
I know. That's the whole point. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, have you talked to your lady about this?
Yeah, well, of course.
Is that why you guys haven't tied the knot yet? You haven't changed your selection of fucking soundtracks?
No, man, he's down. I think you're not understanding. That is why I want it. Is because people aren't going to expect it, and it's not exactly where it's supposed to be happening. But the music is there for like fucking drinking too much and partying. So, and plus, his last album is, well, he put out a greatest hit, but there is a album he has called Wheeler Walker 3, and that is all about like tying the knot and like getting married, like settling down. But no, I know what you mean. It's like definitely like not that kind of music, but that's why when I listen to it, I'm like, I want to get married to this music because I would think it would just fuck everybody up.
Yeah, I get it. I just know a woman ain't gonna fucking play with that on her special day.
No, she
Yeah.
would. We talked about it. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
Wait. You talked like, listen, this is good. We should keep this up, and we should get married and play and listen to Wheeler Walker Jr. at our wedding. And she's like, yeah, absolutely, yes to everything, and just kept going. That's how that conversation went.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking hey, man, get down on your knees and please, or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Like, no, man. Like, I'm not gonna get married to someone that doesn't like have this fucking same ideals. Like,
Especially the important ones like redneck shit.
yeah, man. Like, I'm all what I'm saying is coming from a real place. I know what I'm talking about. Like, this is
Oh yeah, you're on
exactly.
it.
Yeah, like it's like I know that's a weird fucking vision to have, but it's not coming from nowhere.
No. I'm not. No, Alex, I'm not surprised, honestly, that you said any of this. It makes total fucking sense for a guy like you to want to do that. I wouldn't be allowed to do that. I would do that, and someone in my family, because we're East Coast, would just walk over when the music's playing, unplug it, and say, this fucking shit's inappropriate for families. Just like that. Every
Yeah.
word. It'd be like, but you just said fucking shit in front of everybody. So that it wouldn't work here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then someone would play, but they'd play Bruce Springsteen, and we'd all start crying and realize we're blue collar workers who are never going to make it out of this town at the wedding. So I like the redneck shit idea because it's funny at least.
Like if I like, be honest, we have talked about getting married, so this isn't coming from nowhere. Like it is coming from a real place in my life. So, at our wedding, if one of my family members didn't like it, I'd just tell them to leave, that they could leave. They're like, well, then you could just go. It's no big deal. I'm like, this is my special day, okay, Auntie? This is my special day, and this is how I want it. And if you don't like it, Miss Aunt Bitch, you are leaving. You know what I mean? So
I want to be there for that part. You could play "Piss Up a Rope" by Ween if anyone wants to.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Right.
That country album that Ween has is fucking awesome too.
Yeah, that "Piss Up a Rope." We're not talking about Wheeler Walker Jr. right this second, but Ween, a trippy fucking rock band, has a country album, and they have a song called "Piss Up a Rope." Sounds like total country song. If you're into that, check out Ween, "Piss Up a Rope." You just want to drive to work or come home drunk, whatever. It's a good song for both.
It's a good song, yeah. But I know what you mean as far as like, that isn't like a stereotypical wedding thing to do. I get it. But that's why I want it.
The thing is, and getting married isn't for you so much as it is for the lady. Every fella that's been married says it's the woman's day. You just got to, pick up the groceries and make sure you do everything on her checklist and shit. And, don't be too drunk for the wedding. That's your job. So usually she's picking the fucking music, or at least half of it. So it's cool. She's like, yeah, you can absolutely, seriously play that whole album right in the middle of the wedding.
Right. I think ours would. Yeah. I mean,
if that happens, I'm buying a ticket. I want to see.
Oh, yeah. I'll sell you a ticket to my wedding. It'd be great.
Hey, I don't care if I'm the only one who pays. I just want to buy one.
No, man. Like, I don't know. I guess since we're talking about, I know didn't mean to talk about it, but we have talked about getting married, and it'll happen sooner or later. But I'm sure. But I don't know. We've talked about it in a way where it's like, we're not going to do like stereotypical shit like a wedding. It's going to be more like we're going to go somewhere, whether it's a courthouse by the river in a field somewhere, have like family only, get hitched real quick, and then go have a party somewhere.
Got it.
Like a small party of like 50 people. Like, and we talked about like, 3 or 4 kegs of beer, wine, some liquor, and then like a taco bar or pizza. Just like nothing fancy. Like I was like, why? Well, let's just buy like literally 30 pizzas, and then be like, there's the food, eat it or don't, and then that's it. Like, and then like crank Wheeler Walker, just fucking turn it up.
I could
Like,
dig that. I could dig it. It's
like, 'cause it's like you're there to eat and drink for free anyway. It's like, why do you care what kind of food it is? Like, it's free pizza, like eat it. Like the people that have like that are like vegan or like don't eat like gluten or cheese, have a couple pizzas for those kind of the people that like have those dietary restrictions, and then just go, your pizza's over there, your pizza's over there, that pizza's there. Turn up Wheeler Walker, grab a drink, go fuck yourself. Like who get like
that. Just gonna grab a beer and go fuck myself, listen to some music.
And she's down with like 85% of that. with all I said, she's down with almost 100% of that. So I don't know.
See, here that just ain't gonna happen. I mean, the man is in charge when it comes to paying for shit, but when it comes to making big decisions, the woman does it, and she'll throw his ass in a cage if he doesn't do it right. They have people doing like emergency. People are filing for emergency weddings, which, if you know me, I'm fucking chuckling because it should be an emergency divorce. Get rid of this bitch before you kill her with your fucking bike chain. What are you doing? Stop that. You two don't belong together. Not like, hey, whoa. You two aren't married yet? You're amazing together. Why the fuck aren't you married right now? It's an emergency. Get it done. No one does that. What's an emergency wedding? That's happening here. There's no emergency to get married. There's an emergency to have sex, and there's no marriage. That's not an emergency.
That's happening in Philly?
Yeah. Emergency. They have to file for an emergency wedding.
Is that because of COVID?
Yes, sir.
That blows my fucking mind.
Now the logic behind it, because no one's going to comment. We've had one in the past 10 episodes. But if someone were to comment and say this is why, I'll tell you why. It's because some people, some people have emergency reasons to get married. Like, let's say someone in the family has an issue and you have to donate a liver or some shit. Well, if you die, you want someone to whatever. That's just, someone told me this, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, wait a minute. So what if you get married and all this happens and you give away your liver and you don't die? Now you're fucking married. You might as well be dead. I mean, depending on the marriage, no offense. If you're fucking happy, ride it out. But sorry, I got to be stereotypical here. There's no reason to have an emergency wedding unless seriously, like someone's about to die and they want to give all the money to someone because it was a really good blowjob. Like beyond that, I don't get it. Emergency wedding. Excuse me, everyone move the fuck out of the way. Get out of your chair. Out. Emergency wedding right down the middle. Here we go. What?
Is that because they're not, are they not allowing people to get married right now because they don't want people to have gatherings?
Correct.
So that's what's happening. So that's why they're having emergency weddings, because they're making it seem important so it could happen. Like, it's an emergency because we want to get married, like that's why they're making it a big deal so they get what they want.
And when you say they, I still think it's probably just one of the two. Most of them aren't. One of them's like, it's not an emergency, babe. This ain't a fucking emergency. Honestly, God's giving me an extra 6 months to think about this shit. Like, no, you have 6 minutes. We're having an emergency wedding. Like, what the fuck? Anyone who's in a hurry to do anything besides get high, I don't know how to hang out with you. I mean, unless we're going bowling. I can understand rushing to go bowling, but getting married? I don't get it. Nope. No fucking way.
Yeah, I like going to weddings, man. I think because I like parties. I love partying. I don't know if you could tell by this Corona, my backwards hat, and those fucking toys behind me. I like to fucking party. I like to party a lot. So I like weddings. I hate boring weddings, but the last wedding I went to, it was great. My friend Kathleen and Kurt got married. Kurt from Larry and His Flask.
Oh shit.
They got married, and it was a fucking crazy, like debauchery filled, crazy ass party, and it was awesome. So I like weddings, and my friend Greg and Renee's wedding, like it was kind of similar. It was a big party. Yeah, I like weddings. Um, if I get married, it's gonna have to be Guar and Wheeler Walker, like fueled with tequila and beer and pizza or tacos. Like that's gonna be the wedding. Is that hopefully? But you know, I like weddings.
You're talking like, you know, like maybe like $200 out of pocket. That's not bad. You can do that. Especially if it's BYOB, you can get it down to like $1.50 or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be so cheap that it's not even gonna happen.
Huh. Yeah, you could do it behind a Dollar General or something. You know, I mean, no one ever hangs out back there.
I'm gonna have a wedding in a Dollar Tree. Yeah.
Yeah. They do have aisles. You can walk down the aisle. Walk down any aisle.
You can walk down the aisle.
Now happening on aisle 3, the lovely Mr. and Mrs. Rios. Just stepped on the dollar dildos. Okay.
Yeah. So since we went through all that weird shit, how are you? What'd you do this week? What's been going on?
Not much, man. We were talking about, before the show started, we were talking about Rednecks, and you said, and you caught me off guard. I don't want to let this go. You said you bought a fucking gun. You said you bought a gun.
Yeah, I did. I bought a gun.
About you owning a gun. What the fuck is a gun?
Yeah, this is a funny thing. So I just in the situation that the world is in, I just feel like I should have a gun. I don't know.
Okay.
Grew up around guns. My dad has guns. I've shot a lot of guns. I'm comfortable around them. I don't personally, until now, I didn't own one for a long time. In fact, I never had owned a gun. They've just been in the house. They were my dad's guns.
Right.
And he, like when I got older, I could go shoot them if I wanted to. But I went and bought a shotgun, and I went to you're familiar with this store. I went because well, first of all, I bought a shotgun because it is probably what I want it for. It's the best gun. It's for in-house, like in-home, like self-defense. Yeah. It's the best because you don't have to be a good shot. I'm probably not a good shot. You just point and aim it, right? Yes, like sir. It just blows away whatever's in front of it, you know? So you don't got to aim. You just go, he's over there. Bam. He's over there. Bam. Like, meanwhile, you blow a hole through a wall and
yeah, and then you're patching holes for 6 weeks.
But
oh my God. If I come to visit you, I'm definitely gonna call ahead. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll just stand sideways.
So I went to this store called Buy Mart. You know the store because it's mainly an Oregon store, I think, or
yes, it is.
A Northwest store. And it's kind of a rednecky store. Definitely is. It's like a JV Walmart basically without produce. Basically right. What it is. And went there, said I wanted to buy a gun, and they were like, okay, yeah. They took my fingerprints, my name. They're like, we need your ID. So I pull out my ID, gave it to the person. They were like, oh, is this your current address? And I was like, oh shit, no, it's not. I forgot that I didn't change my address on my ID.
Right.
So they're like, well, we need a utility bill, or you have to go to the DMV and put out a change of address or whatever. And so I went back home, and what I realized is the two, because I live with roommates, and the two utilities that are in my name are water, and that only comes every 3 months. So I don't have that because I'm like, then I don't know what like the stub from the bill is, because like I lose that in like 10 minutes, you know, like I
Right.
don't keep it.
Who keeps
And
that
then
shit?
Comcast, and that just comes out of my account. So I don't have a utility bill to give them. And so what I did is I found like a proof thing from the post office that says I changed my address when I moved here, like 8 or 9 months ago. So I brought that in, and they were looking at it kind of funny, and they didn't really. They're like, we usually don't take this, but since it's America, they just the person just called up the manager. Was like, can we use this change of address from the post office? And they were like, okay. And they're like, yeah, we could do that. Since it's America, really loose gun laws, they're like, yeah, we can do that. So I was like, okay. Went through, filled out the rest of the paperwork, bought some ammo, went and got a gun case. And they're like, okay, your background check, like they were like, 3,000 people have applied to get a gun in the last 2 days. So we're like the last 2 or 3 days in Oregon. So I know it's crazy.
Something happening?
Huh?
You guys forming a militia? What's going on?
No, yeah, I know, right? So
Fuck.
they're like, your background check is going to take some time just because there's so many people. So I don't have the gun yet, but so I went and got a gun case because I was like, I just want like a bag to put it in, right? So I was like, I don't need anything fucking special because there's all these hillbilly like gun cases. There's like ones with like fucking leaves and twigs all over it, camo, an American flag, and then like just a solid black gun case. So camo, twigs, and leaves, American flag gun case, the black gun case. I was just like, I'll take the black one. It says shotgun on it. I'll take it. Went over, paid for it. Open the car, like leaving, open the car door, throw the gun case in. I flip it over. It has American flags all over the other side.
Got you.
I do not want that gun case. That is not me. I just want one gun. I'm not super patriotic. I'm not that kind of, that's not me. I don't have anything else in the house that has American flags on. I'm not saying I hate our country. I'm just saying that's just not me, right? If it was like a hat, a fanny pack, a tank top, a sticker, I could write it off as it being ironic, but not a fucking gun case. That's like, that screams right wing, especially in the current political, social climate we're in. That's too much. It's a gun case. Like,
Hopefully, I'm really hoping that for some reason they saw that you bought that case and they're like, we're going to hook him up. He seems like a nice guy. And when you get the shotgun, it's just wrapped in that American flag, paint job. Like it's not, it's just, it's just Rios on the buttstock. America.
Yeah. So when I go pick up my gun, I'm going to exchange it,
For what? They don't have anything.
No, for American flags on both sides. You know what I mean?
They just turn this shit inside out.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna just go back and get a solid, just a solid color. I'd settle for twigs and leaves or camo at this point. It's fine.
You know what? Just keep the case. Do you guys have deals on pillowcases? I can do that. I just need a black pillowcase. Is that a snake? No, it's a shotgun. Here we go.
I just like yeah, I don't know. It was a pretty, like, because my girlfriend's mom went with me because she's living with us, and she went with me to go get the gun, and I threw it in the car, and I was like, oh fuck, American flag, I don't want this shit. And she was like, oh, I saw that, I thought you liked it.
Still
she's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, she was like, I was like, she was like, when I think about you, I wouldn't think you like it, but I was like, I don't know. people surprise me every day. So I was just like, she's just like, I thought you liked it now. I don't know. I was like, well, I did have a big orange truck with flames on it for a second. So
You
I
sure did. You sure did. Looked like you were selling Mountain Dew in the 80s.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I could have a car with flames on it and just write it off of being I'm just trying to be funny. I'm just an idiot. That's all. It's ironic. Right. But not a gun case. Not a thing, not a home for a murder weapon. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's a little different. I can't.
Well, I'm thinking from a tactical perspective. Keep in mind, I was in the military. I'm thinking if you're going to get attacked, if someone's going to come in your house, you got it in the case. You don't want it in the case. You want it in a place where no one even thinks that it's legit. So I'm thinking National Lampoon's fucking outdoor the great outdoors, shotgun lamp.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to fucking ruin the gun. Have it loaded. But anyway, long story short, just like that's awesome. Grab the lamp. Like it's fucking real. Just keep that lamp right by the door, man. That's easy. No case, no flag, no bullshit. Just people pieces right in your front yard. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Yeah.
That should be the name of your gun. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, motherfucker. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. I think that will be the name.
Hey, dude, let's get you a fucking black case that's embroidered that says nice and easy on it. I'm nice and this is easy. Pow!
That's funny. I'm not going to get like a safe for it or anything because that kind of defeats the purpose, right?
No, you forget the code when someone's robbing you.
Yeah, you can't be like, hey, hold on a second, scary gun man that's in my house. Hey, honey, what's the code? What's the code? I forget it. What is it? The dog's birthday? Your birthday? I don't know. So like. What's
the mailman's last name? Numerical. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, you can't like. So the case the it's like that's just it has a zipper on it. That's just gonna be if I take it out to go shooting out in the middle of it to go blow beer cans away. But no, I'll just I'll hide it somewhere, something obvious, under the pillow, a shotgun under the pillow. That's easy.
I dig guns. I have no problem with them. But I just have this thing. After being in the military, if you want to scare the fuck out of someone, if you want to deter them, you don't need gun. You don't need it's good to have a gun, but you don't need a gun. What you need is signage. Bear with me. You need a sign, legit military grade sign that says caution, claymores, like fucking booby traps in your front yard. That's what you need. People do not just get a sign that says veteran and then it says claymores. Doesn't it just say claymore? Just show the bomb coming up and exploding. Because whenever you're going to a live minefield, they show these pictures that just remind you, you're going to lose your midsection if you fuck with me. That's the sign you need in your front yard. No one's fucking with you. No one knows where the bombs are. There are none if you're cool. You can buy claymores. I can afford that. But you can afford the sign. You can get the signs in your front yard. You're not going to get, the mailman ain't coming. Robbers ain't coming. Halloween, no kids are coming. You're good, man. You're good. You don't need a gun. You just need people to think you're going to blow them the fuck up. That's easy. And then if you have the money, get a cannon. A real fucking cannon. And once a week, you fire that motherfucker. No one's bucking with you when they're desperate for money. No one's going to the guy with the cannon's house. They'll fuck your neighbors over first, but they're not going to mess with you. And they're not going to walk in your yard because they don't know where the fucking bombs are. It's brilliant. It costs like $3 in signs at Walmart. It's not a big deal. Walmart would sell those.
You just described an American dream right there.
Rednecks just got hard everywhere. It was like
I know.
Red, white, and blue boner.
We're gonna gain a lot of listeners that we don't want.
I'm fucking kidding all the time. It sounds like an agenda. It's not. It's a fucking fun idea. I spent time in the military. I remember putting claymores out when we were doing our shit, putting a claymore out, and my buddy was like looking at me, holding it the right way away from his chest, but he turns to me and he's like, "Which way do I face this thing?" And I'm like, "Not towards your best friend, that way." And that's when it's just like, that's fucking scary. And then when we would play war games, you would get into to your enemy's area and you would see signs like barbed wire, claymore. As soon as you saw the sign for claymores, you're like, fuck, I'm not worried about a person. I'm worried about what a person did 3 days ago. Where are these things? These are ball bearings. Like, that's fucking scary. Shotguns are, but if you're like sleeping and you just hear this, ah, you're like, oh, well, back to bed. Other bombs in the yard they haven't found. We'll fix it in the morning. And you just see a pair of Keds in the front yard or something, just some sneakers. Right. Not your problem.
That's how those shoes got over the power lines, huh?
Wow.
It's not always. I mean, you buy drugs underneath them, right? But how they got there is the person got blown up.
Oh hell yeah! I'm a sick individual. When other people went to college, I went in the military, and they make killing is what you talk about when you're having breakfast. So I have all these funny images. I've watched war movies over the years, and I always giggle when I see, and these are stunts, but whatever. I always giggle when I see someone hit a bomb at in a war movie, and they go up in the air. You ever seen it where the person just flies and like really goes up? You're like, whoa, that's neat. Like that's funny, I know that's sick, but if you're gonna have to whack somebody anyway, that's pretty neat. Just to see them go up like that. Like, how often you see someone fly 50 feet? I mean, they've never even been 50 feet in the air. They die achieving a dream of theirs, going way up in the sky. I think it's neat. Whatever. We were talking about weddings and rednecks, and now we're talking about explosives. This is great. This is really good.
Oh, man.
I don't support any of that shit, by the way, and I can't afford claymores. I don't have a front yard, so I would scare all my apartment neighbors if I put that in our front yard.
I mean, I didn't even know what a claymore was until you started talking about them. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
I get what they are. I don't think I've ever, if I've heard that word before, I've never retained it. You know what I mean? It just kind of.
Well, for those who don't know, a claymore is like 15 to 20 shotgun blasts with little ball bearings in it, C4 behind it, and it faces out in a moon-shaped pattern towards the enemy. So you can definitely protect your home and sleep comfortably with the cat and everything. The cat could be needing you, at 3 in the morning, and then pow! Just keeps needing you because it's just another day, and no big deal, man. I love that. That's something I don't have to worry about.
Right.
Just be careful when you cut the grass. Remember where you put that shit, or your pal too, baby. But then you don't have to cut the grass, so it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
You good.
That's my education on claymores, kid.
That's funny. That's perfect. Yeah, this is a very redneck episode on accident.
Redneck shit. Fucking A.
Epic. Yeah.
I wanted to tell you something. We had a conversation a few weeks ago about a guy who was telling me that he and it was the security guard at work, a very well-read individual. I think he's an intelligent guy. He was in the medical. You remember this?
Say his name.
I don't know.
Huh? Okay.
No, just a security guard from work I talked about a few weeks ago who was telling me about Ellen DeGeneres was part of a cult and Pizzagate and all this shit while we're supposed to be helping customers, but fuck them. Who cares? So in any case, he's telling me all this stuff. And, he's like, listen, this is how this virus works. This is how it attaches to things. And he was a doctor, apparently. His daughter's into chemicals, whatever the hell. And so he's telling me this shit, and he seems really fucking credible. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I don't care. He's like, listen, vitamin D kills COVID, and they have this drug that's getting rid of HIV, but no one's talking about it. And I'm like, all right, I can see why you're a security guard. People think you're fucking crazy. That makes sense. Right. But and then my boss, he's talking to all these employees. Well, my boss comes in the back, and he's like, hey, man, that security guard knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, that's a smart guy out there. So I'm like, hey, he seems like it's weird, but he knows his shit. So I went out there, I'm talking to him again, and he's like, And he's gotten the hook in me. He's really got the hook in me. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, well, fuck, all right, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll try that shit, sure. And he's just like, and Tony, that's when I noticed and I realized for the first time that the earth is flat. What the fuck? Come on! Are you kidding me? You baited me, you son of a bitch, you got me. I felt like I was buying Amway or something. I felt like I just said yes to a subscription of magazines. Oh, what are you talking about? I've been listening to you talk for 3 Saturdays in a row. And now you released the fucking earth is flat? If that was possible, you'd be able to see someone on the other end of the world. Like, you'd be able to see them. Like, hey, there you are. No. So I'm not going to talk about why the earth isn't flat. It just blows my mind that the whole store was like, he knows what he's talking about. I'm like, well, before we go following Jesus out the door, let's talk about why the earth isn't flat first. Right. I've never met a flat earther. I didn't think it was a thing. And then to meet really intelligent people, when you start talking about a lot of conspiracy shit, I guess the flat earth thing comes along, but
right.
It blew my mind. I just thought it was a joke. I didn't know that people really were out there like that.
Dude, no, they are. Yeah, by the thousands, by the 100,000 people. It's a big movement. People are really into that. Yeah,
movement
man.
To where? The edge of Earth? You're a movement to what? So the Earth is flat. What is it? One big drag strip? What are you talking about? Why would it be? What? Stop that! Stop. Go get 2 jobs. If you have that, go get another job. Don't talk to people like that. That's not nice. You're scaring people.
All right. The way I think about it, then this is just the way I think about it. There's 2 kinds of people that think the Earth is flat. There's the idiots, the people that, and when I mean idiots, I mean they're actually stupid. Okay. They don't have any brains in their head. They're like they can't read, kind of stupid. Like they're dumb. Like they just go, oh yeah, the fucking it's flat. You know, like that guy said it's flat, so it's flat. That's one type of person. The other kind of person is the guy you're talking about, who is actually smart, who is very, very well read, and is articulate, and he even leads conversations, and maybe he is a leader, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll follow you. Like, yeah, you're a smart person. That kind of person spends too much time on the internet and too much time alone. Right. He's an overthinker. So there's 2 kinds of people. There's that believe the world's flat. There's the actual stupid, like really can't read stupid people, and then there's the other kind that's just an overthinker. They're too smart for their own good, and they just like go on the internet. They look at all these conspiracy theory people, and they go, oh, it is flat. You know what I mean? So like, that's just what I think. I don't know if that's true, because I am stupid too. I'm somewhere in the middle of those kind of two people. So
right, the middle's a safe place usually, but yeah, I just blew my fucking mind, man. Right on. That's what I told him. I was like, it's really hard when someone lets that cat out of the bag to not act like that. You're just like, oh yeah, Tim, like keep that credibility going. I don't know if you've noticed, but the sun keeps peeking behind my head. I feel like it's Jesus telling me to like stop talking about. I don't know what it is, but
I'm going to tell you, don't move your head.
I won't. I'm trying. I honestly feel like there's a sun gun to the back of my head. I feel like Jesus is holding me captive right now.
I know it's hard for you not to move, but you have to. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I'm there, man. Right. I'm seriously like, I feel like there's a fucking cup on my head. I'm not moving. This sucks. I'm really not moving, and I'm in a fucking rocking chair, and I want to move. I feel like I'm standing in front of a claymore. I'm fucking worried. I'm on a trip mine, damn it. Yeah. Okay. Now I can move. There we go.
So a couple jobs ago, probably like 2016 to 2015 or something like that. I worked at this place in Portland. I won't say the name of it, but it rhymes with the word with the words bunk bar. I won't say the name of the bar, but it sounds like bunk bar. You know why? Because that's the name of the fucking I said it like that because I hate that place and I hate the owners. If you ever watch this, go fuck yourself. they're
Made our
pieces of
first friends on the show.
the pieces of shit. Anyways, I did work with a lot of cool people there. The old kitchen manager is opened the bar that I used to work at before COVID closed it down. Anyway, at that place, I was a line cook, and then I started prep cooking where they like because there's a bunch of different locations of bunk bars,
Mm.
bunk sandwiches. We do all the prep for all of those locations. You prep the food, put it in the containers, they ship it over to the other locations. So we'd spend a lot of time like making big batches of shit, right?
Right.
So you'd spend like 3 hours of making like, 60, 70 pounds of fucking chicken salad, 100 pounds of chicken salad, right? So you, when it takes that long to make something, you usually start having a conversation with people. And there's about 4 or 5 other prep cooks, and usually people would hold court there at the prep cook station. People would be fucking talking shit. Like I talked shit to so many people there, and there was one guy. I won't say his name because I actually do like him. He's a nice guy, but I would fuck with him so much, like really hard, so hard where there's days where he probably did not like me. Like I fucked with this guy hard, and I would just make up things. Like for instance, this one time I just made up because he's super liberal, and so am I. I'm pretty liberal, and but I made up this thing where I'm a flat earther. Like I made that up and told that to him. And I got everyone in the kitchen, probably like 10, 12 people in the kitchen working to back me up. And they're like, yeah, he's a flat earther. So before I told them that, I had this joke that that I used to say, because we'd talk about flat earth people, and we talk about it, and I'd be like, well, I'm a fat earther. I believe the earth is fat. It's round, it's lumpy, it's got hair on it, has acne. I believe the earth is fat. So, and then I told Ben, Ben. I told him that um, that I'm a flat earther. So I just fucked with him a bunch with it. And he went and told some of the bartenders. He's like, because I was out like getting some water, and like he's like, Alex is a fucking flat earther. Look at that fucking flat earth piece of shit. And I was like, and then they all started looking at me weird. They're like, oh, you are? And I'm like, Ben, I said I'm a fat earther. I'm a fat earther. And then they all looked at him like he's a fucking idiot. I'm like, but in reality, they would have no idea what they're like, fat earther, what the fuck is that?
They just knew that this guy was already kind of goofy, so they went with you.
Yeah, and they're just made him look like an idiot in front of a bunch of people. It's great. But so basically the point of the story is, if it's either for a joke or to make someone feel bad, I'll pretend to be a flat earther any day of the week.
There's enough shit in question that I'd like to have a few answers, and I do believe the Earth is a fucking circle. And I think there's other circles out there, and I think there's a lot of circles in the universe, and that's it. And that's just what I think. And most people that I hang out with think that too, so we're all right. I don't see the point in going backwards. That's some caveman shit.
Right.
I mean, honestly, that's cool. That's your thing. I'm just wondering, I'm like, what else are you into, man? I mean, if you're a flat earther, like, what's that do? What's your life like? Like, do you answer a lot of questions in the wrong way? I mean, in the less popular way?
Right. I mean, I don't know, man.
Whatever, man. You're right. I spend too much fucking time thinking about it. I'm just trying to keep my shit on the rails, like day to day. I don't have time to think, hey, is the world flat? Hey, some scientist took money and said, yes, it's circle. So cool. That's answered. I'm trying to figure out why I'm watching Amazon TV and crying all afternoon. I'm fine. I'm not emotionally unstable, but I'm crying during an Amazon show. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't give a fuck if there's flat, round, or in a triangle. Why the fuck am I crying right now? That's what I want to know. So maybe look inside and answer your own questions instead of a bunch of shit you'll never actually figure out.
Why were you crying to a show? What show was it?
This fucking the world's toughest race or something with You don't know who he is. You don't know what I'm talking about, but there's this little English fellow who was a special operations guy, and he likes to go out there and show people how hard it is to live in the wilderness with nothing but a pocket knife and a pocket pussy. So that's what he did for years. He's famous for that. Hello, I'm Bear Grylls. I am an outdoor adventurer, and yeah, like that, you know. But it's just yeah. So he created some race, and they filmed it all for Amazon, so they can actually profit and not have to work shitty day jobs like you and I. So I'm watching this show, and it's about relationships. I mean, it's not about relationships, but it's teams of 4, 60 teams doing this really fucking awesome challenge. Not fucking Chile. Where is it? I'm fucking it up. Doesn't matter where it is. In any case, it looked awesome. And different people there for different reasons. This one woman, there are groups of 4. There's 2 combat vets and 2 other people. And the woman was in the military for 32 years. And rockets go off. She loses her hearing. She's deaf. So all these different stories. There's a guy with his 2 daughters. You know, I mean, it's just like I'm sitting here alone. The cat's been in the window for 4 hours. I picked her up, brought her to me, wanted love. She got away from me, went back to the window. No one loves me right now. These people are in groups of 4. They have friends. They're on adventures. They're getting wet. They're getting dry. They're struggling. They're learning things. And I'm sitting here wearing a pink fucking shirt watching Amazon crying. The fuck? I don't know. I was sad. I miss people when I watch shit like that. I'm like, I want to go down a river. I don't want to have to work for 2 weeks and just go do whatever the fuck these people are doing. That looks like fun to me. You know, I mean, it's all bullshit, but still, I cried. I'll probably cry again. It's not over. I got like 6 episodes to go, man. Fuck. Got half a box of Kleenex. Hope I can make it.
Those are all 6 good cries, man. That's good.
No, dude. I cry. Like, I'll fucking let it out. Like, I'll drink water so I have more tears. It's not sick.
That's what I'm saying. 6 good party man cries. That's good.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I guess I'm not really a crier. I don't know. I don't know. I cried when I watched Titanic.
Were you alone?
No, man, there's a bunch of people there. We were trying to watch it ironically, and because we thought it was funny, and then I got emotional.
Awesome. That's like when I was in high school and everyone talked about how like Armageddon and how sad it was, but really all we talked about how hard it was to get a hand job during that scene. You know, you're like, I'm just trying to get. I'm 17. I'm trying to get this chick to touch me under the blanket, and you know, right when the good shit happens, fucking half the people die. You know,
right?
Doesn't want to touch it anymore. And I'm soft. I'm 17 and I'm soft. I should be hard right now. If there's a blanket involved and a hand, I should be interested. But yeah, Armageddon fucked me up. Armageddon fucked me up more than Titanic.
17 and soft. That's going to be the name of my book.
17 and soft.
17 and soft.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's great, man. Hey, so unless you got anything else to talk about, what's the album that you picked?
So I'll tell you the name of the album. I'll tell you something. I'm not a flat earther, but since COVID, I turned into an Amazon shopper, which I think is just it's about the same thing. So in any case, I get stoned and buy shit, and I only buy records and hemp wick, because if you smoke pot, you should get hemp wick. So in any case, those are the things I buy. So I went to a music festival, saw a band called Temples.
Right.
Got stoned a week ago and bought the record. And then I found a package waiting for me at my door, and it turned out that was the album. So I was just as shocked as anyone else when I got the record, because I didn't know I bought the fucking thing. But the album is awesome. The band is called Temples, and the album we're going to talk about next week is called Sun Structures. Their #1 album right now. So that's it. That's what we're talking about. A little bit more psychedelic rock. Hey, there's 10 people out there. I'm sure one of you likes guitars and drums and shit that listens to this. I'll talk about any kind of music. I really don't give a shit. TLC's Waterfalls. I listen to all kinds of fucking music, but I like to talk about shit I have on vinyl. So that's what I'm talking about next week. Check it out. Do some drugs. Listen to Temple's Sun Structures.
Nice. All right, man. Well, we're about at an hour. That concludes it. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this rambling about rednecks and guns and
Marriage.
weddings. I don't know why we went into weddings, but we did. Hope you listen to Wheeler Walker's Redneck shit and listen to Temples. What was the name of the album again? Sorry.
Sun Structures.
Sun Structures. Okay, yeah. Listen to that shit, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, or don't like it, or don't subscribe. It's okay. We got our 10 viewers. We don't need it. We don't need 11. We need 10. That's it.
That's right. We can fill a theater with 10. 11, we got to get a whole nother venue. So.
Fucking exactly. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.